What up, Norrisville? This is Protagica, aka Rachel. I'm here with,
Winner Contested, aka Aisha.
and this is the Randy Dandy Ninja Show.
And I think we're here to talk
It
about
was
like 2
oh
weeks
yeah,
worth of episodes.
we actually failed to talk about last week's episodes, so this is a quadruple episode podcast. What were last week's? Damn.
All I Know Better and Brolateral Damage.
Love the Bash episode.
I love Bash, she's so great. He's a perfect human being.
Just a 5-year-old in a giant body.
He's so cute. He just wanted a bike.
I loved all his posters. The one of the bike that's on the toilet as his toilet poster.
I like the whole kitchen setup and the toilet.
Howard was so impressed. Why didn't I think of that?
Howard
Bathroom burrito.
would be good friends if they had gotten the chance. Howard and Bash.
Howard would be good friends with pretty much anyone. I mean, not Doug notwithstanding.
Not Doug. Never Doug. Who could be friends with Doug? I don't even know how he ends up places with people.
In a way, the answer is because Scott voices him.
He's so great. He does. Scott and Jen do really good voices.
Yeah, Jen is like Luigi and like all the video game voices, I think.
It was Whoopi. It's not credited as Whoopi. Yes, it was great. Hell yeah!
I loved how all these episodes that really like emphasize that Randy and Howard are children.
I know. Oh my gosh, they're just doing baby things the whole time.
You don't really think that's all Whoopi can say, do you? Like,
No, I like it. Let's ask him. We'll answer them.
seriously, and seeing them hang out with other kids.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's
That
great.
was so weird.
I'm so proud of them. They're hanging out with kids or talking to people like human beings instead of like background props.
NPCs, you just have like a chart of words you're allowed to say to them. Select one response. I feel like the formula was dicked around with a little more in these two, especially in the Halloween suit. They really were like leaning on the fourth wall super hard, which is not that common for Ninja Show, but it looks like they're doing that more now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. That's great.
I love when Howard like covered the mud fart counter chart.
I love that too.
You can read subtitles backwards.
Gosh. Then again, that was a story being told by Randy, so I don't know.
Well, it was so in character, though.
Howard actually, his character was a little bit.
More
It went
callous.
from one extreme to another. Like Howard would either not care that Randy's dead, or that he was ready to avenge his death, and then he hugged him when he saw him. And I was just like, Randy is telling the story. But it was
It's
okay.
true. I mean, in the actual instances where we've seen Howard think Randy is dead, he's like
He
completely
cries.
he
Howard
cries.
cries when he thinks Randy's dead. But in Randy's story, either it's because he's telling this to other people, he wouldn't mention that.
Well, I don't think Randy knows that. Like, I think that's genuinely like the impression Howard has deliberately made on him.
Howard doesn't care.
I think this is how Howard would want to be.
Dead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's always what I've thought of, like, how would the one react if the other got dead? For me, it was always, like, Howard's, like, revenge. Hard get angry.
I love that. By the way, Howard revenge was great. It's just like, revenge! And Doug's like, that won't bring Howard back!
Stop your hole, Doug. What was it he said? You're a honking hole. Something like that. Doug.
Doug is, oh my god. I
He's
love Doug
just-
so much. I'm so glad. I missed him ever since the finale. I've been in love with him since the finale, where he just had like those few lines. And he was perfect. He was just pointing out every 5 seconds that Randy says.
God, you definitely get the sense that nobody likes Doug.
Yes.
You know, even
He
when
kind
Slim.
of a kid you kind of invite over, but nobody really likes him. It's just like, geez.
We need to flesh out these background characters a little bit more.
It's
We
nice.
got more of
I was
a
glad to see that Bucky and Dave are still willing to hang out with Howard and Randy after what
yeah.
happened.
After that traumatic experience,
I guess so long as they don't get between Randy and Howard.
there
they
you
should be
go.
fine.
We also got to see another background character fleshed out further. It's,
Rachel?
Rachel, yeah. Apparently loves cute things and might ship Randy and Howard based on
Oh,
the
yeah.
costume she put them in.
Teddy bear husband and teddy bear wife. They were so cute too. Mr. and Mrs. Teddy Bear.
That whole episode was gold. Like,
You was
I really got the sense that this was like an episode that the network said you have to make. Like, we need a Halloween episode for this year. And they're just like, okay, Halloween just suit.
Halloween just suit.
All the lines reflected this, you know, just
Okay.
like, here's the solution to this week's dilemma.
Here's what cracks me up. Here's what I'm thinking. If you see basically the ninja turning people into monsters, the person who's supposed to save you from monsters, what do you think? Like,
Yeah,
maybe because
that was
it's Percy
I'm
this whole time. The ninja's been making the monsters, maybe. I mean, has anyone thought of that?
yeah, that was really like, apparently the ninja has the power to essentially stank people.
Yeah.
I'm so glad this episode is like completely irrelevant. Otherwise, that would be pretty cool and serious.
Who knows?
We're just never going to mention this again, let's face it.
The whole realm of the Shadow Warrior is so weird and dark. Why is it even there? It's like you can raise the dead in there. They got snake toes or whatever. Snake fingers.
The ninja, the dark secret is that the ninja and the sorcerer were the same all along.
I think they might have the same source for their powers or something like that. Or just demonic powers are really close to each other.
And he doesn't need help, he's already a demon.
I just like how he can't open the place, so there's somehow a window, a little basement window. He's like, I'm just gonna get married through the window.
Speaking of which, I'm really excited about that episode description we got, the Ninjaception episode.
Dream within a dream within a dream.
Presumably he can't bloom, I think is the word, unschloom, what have you. Which is so great because that means we're probably going to get to see like Howard propping up his unconscious body and walking around like everything's normal.
I love him to use him like a puppet.
Yes.
Oh, what? Randy's fine.
But he's like working Randy's mouth, you know, with like the lips like at the side, like, oh man, Howard, I value you so much.
You're the best friend the ninja could have.
But
Also, what Randy would possibly dream. It's a dream within a dream, but I assume he's going to be in the novel card. But I also assume he'd have some kind of dream-like scenes. I don't know. It's really confusing. That.
I hope it's like his psychological torment is all laid out.
I hope for nightmares. Naokan's really good at decking out some nightmares anyway.
Yeah.
So like, oh Randy, you're relaxed playing with balls. Here's a horrible vision, nightmare vision of what's going to happen to you.
Yeah, Randy's been really tense, it seems like, this season. You know, every time he thinks, like, Nyquist and Viceroy's plans are just going to escalate and get worse, but they've completely, like...
Given up.
They really have! What is there even the point of putting them in that Halloween episode?
Just to show their costumes. Like, look at this, we had the perfect idea for the costumes. He'd be Frankenstein's monster. His hand is Frankenstein. And Viceroy's his wife. I love Randy's neighbor, the same guy who's always watering the lawn.
Yeah.
Like, he's so cute.
It was really cool though in the Otto episode to see Viceroy go like full on mad scientist.
Oh yeah, burn Norrisville, burn. I love it. He's grumbling, and he's basically Howard sitting kind of next to him, and they're both grumbling about their horrible boyfriends.
I do love that. That was so
Parallels, yeah, parallels in their lives.
they call Hannah Bully.
Kind of bully.
I really want to see the backstory with those two.
Yeah, I wonder if they ever show that one. They're not very good at like
Yeah, just
backstory.
have to accept. Speaking of backstory, though, in the group of people that were laughing at Mudfart,
Yeah.
we saw Coach Green, I think, and I think the girl in the I think it was like a pumpkin. I think that was Marcy.
Was she?
I mean, I'd have to go back and check, but it certainly looked like Marcy to me.
She kind of had a bit of that haircut, but I'd have to look at it and like compare them now. I have to go back and look now. I didn't think about it.
How long ago did it say?
It was 1993. 20 years ago, or wait, no. 10 years?
No, if it was 20 years ago.
It'd be 83. Wait, no.
No. I'm 20, and I'm 1994. So if they're in high school at that time,
1993.
okay. So
I'm
if they're
20 and I'm
already in high school at that time, how old? Whatever they're 15 or something like that. That means we can roughly put Marcy and Coach Green at age like 35.
Yeah. I don't know.
Math
Better than
there.
that.
Everyone went to Norrisville High. Everyone.
Everyone goes to that school, so
It's
it's the
because
center of their universe anyway.
Right.
I mean,
You can't leave Norrisville. It's a dome. There is
No.
only one school in Norrisville.
there's like
In the world.
The other school's in the next town. It's like Flackville.
Blackville's not real. They
Like,
just got a bunch of Norrisville students to dress up in a different uniform just to keep the illusion alive.
there's other schools. We haven't just a wall around our town.
Think about this. I used to think about this constantly. When other schools visit, it's like, oh, we're playing Norrisville today, and they'd be like, isn't that the school with the the monsters? Yeah, and the ninja.
Yeah.
That school with the ninja. Why do we go there?
I don't know.
Okay.
We need to talk about Randy's mohawk.
Oh my god.
By the way, I remember in season 1 when Howard had all these issues with Randy. Well, Howard doesn't know how to talk about his feelings.
Yeah.
But this episode, he actually does. He basically traps Randy's hair in a locker and he tells him
That was
outright how
really
he's
cool.
feeling.
It's so messed up that he has to like trap Randy by his hair in a locker to get him to sit still and listen.
I know, it's so sad. It's terrible. It's bad for Howard. Now, Randy doesn't really listen to things. I mean, he kind of listens, but then he doesn't listen. He internalizes it and then he brings it back later so he can say, oh, I learned a lesson.
I think that's like a network mandate though. Like
Yeah.
the lesson has to be clear. So that's, whenever it's like, this week I learned a lesson, Howard. Like,
To Randy, McFist, and Viceroy were going to do something, and it was going to kill all of them. So it turns out like that it's not that. Howard's enraged, and Randy's
which one was it
humiliated.
this season where like Randy outlined some kind of lesson at the end and it makes no sense, and Howard's like, that makes no sense. I think it might have been Whoopi World, the Whoopi one. Yeah, when they're sitting at that concert, Randy's just sitting there and he just like jabbering. Oh, maybe it was the Lavander one, but just like jabbering incoherently. I'm like looking distraught. He's like, the lesson of the week is don't kidnap an animatronic robot, and then it was something meaningless, and Howard's like, oh.
Poor Howard. I like in the Halloween episode, the first one, when Howard's like, just look at the Nomicon for something that'll fix this. And then he's like, we don't even know if there's anything. And he's like, you know that
No,
we don't
I know. So it's like, obviously there is.
Obviously,
the writer-
there always is something.
I loved Howard forcibly schlumping Randy, though. Like, he didn't even ask. He just held the book up to him.
He's done
Not
before, right? He's done.
yeah. No. In other
And
times, not as much. Like in
he's done the Sorceress 2 episode.
not exactly. Randy was gonna look in the book anyway.
Yeah, but
That
Howard
was like that was a mutual schloop.
was.
This was just like Howard ambushed him.
It's like, just sleep already, because I didn't have any time to listen to Randy Blood anyway. Kids were walking down the streets, it was like 5 houses down Rachel's house.
Her whole house was so cute.
Oh, yeah, there was this cute little spider with the rainbows coming out of one, like its arms, and it was like, oh,
I loved all the guests, like all the people that were on the side of cute. Like Little Bo Peep, Teresa, and Morgan as like a bumblebee. Everyone was so cool in that episode when they were like fighting the ninja monster apocalypse.
Really, these kids don't actually need the ninja.
They so don't.
Rachel was cool. She was like saving her. She got Randy's back. Oh, I love when Howard is like, Howard's like, keep hugging people. And Howard's like, I hate how go away. And he hugs Doug, and Doug is like, I feel so safe. He's like, I'm pushing it, Doug. Well, Howard and Doug's relationship is so weird and strange. I think Doug likes Howard, but doesn't know what to say. He's like one of those tactless people.
Doug is just a horrible leech on the Ninja Show plot. He just keeps showing up.
It's perfect.
It is really great, though, again, to see background characters existing and doing stuff.
Yeah, there's more of them this season. That was good. I mean, they used to kind of just.
He's super. The whole universe, as we know, Howard and Randy are the center of. Kind of black hole.
Now they can let people into their universe, show them around.
People will leave immediately.
Yeah, because they nearly get killed every time. Every time somebody talks to them or does anything with them, they have like a terrible time. But I guess their story time didn't go so badly. I guess it didn't.
Yeah, I mean, Doug's the one that ruined it. Unsurprisingly.
Everyone else to ruin Halloween until Doug did it.
It was really cool to see them refer to Randy as their friend. Direct contrast. Yeah, well, see, that's actually what's more interesting. Because in, when Julian gets that weird soul suck out portal, whatever. Julian's birthday's now, you go.
Yeah, he doesn't say Julian.
Right. He's like, what? We're going to Julian's. Howard's like, why are we even going to Julian's birthday party? And Randy's like, come on, he's one of our best classmates.
Well, I think Dave and Bucky are better friends than Julian. Julian just ruins shit every time he talks to them, but Randy's still nice to him. He still wants to.
Randy's a nice one.
Oh, nice one.
So, please see him capable of that Bash episode, man. It was like,
oh my god, just watching Randy bully Howard, like watching a sheep menace a sheepdog or something. What's happening? No. I thought he tries to copy Bash's accent at some point. When he's the ninja, he's telling Bash he fixes his bike, he talks to him and his baby talk.
Oh, yeah!
Like, fix, ninja, fix. He's just like, oh my god,
Ninja, yes.
No respect for him.
No, yeah, like, no, Bash, ninja friend. Like, why would you be talking to him that way? That is not how you talk to stanked people. They're just regular.
He talks to him like he's a baby. He's so terrible.
I loved Slivets in that episode. When he's like, wait, you gave him a V to stop talking?
It's like, I'll give you a B to
I'll give you an A to stop asking.
No, he said, I'll give you a B to stop asking. And then Cinemas was like, make it an A! Who's going to do it?
I love any digs at the, like, educational standards of Norrisville High.
They do their educational... I mean, they let him boo Ray after he was wandering. He was substitute teacher.
Let me see essentials. He like throws a turtle on the table.
Well, I guess I'll scout this then. I'm so terrified for them. They can't. They are not learning properly. Oh, Randy's. Did you see Randy's homework in the Broladron episode?
I think so. It was
It
like,
was a book. It was supposed to be a book report.
oh
but
yeah,
sometimes
yeah. When he was like, me and Howard didn't want to do this book report, so we watched a movie, but we couldn't watch the movies or something like that.
it's just like, man, the great thing about living in the future is that most books have been made into movies. So we were going to watch the movie, but then we noticed that there was a Grave Puncher marathon, so we watched that instead. And I'm like, he's just going to turn this in. It's basically just me and Howard did this, and also it's Randy Cunningham featuring Howard
See,
Wienerman.
Howard
That's how they turn in
Wienerman.
their homework.
Exactly. I don't think he understands what a book report is. He's supposed to write a book report. He just writes Howard and I did stuff.
I know, did this and that. So basically, his first report was like that. The one I did last summer, during summer was like that. But at least that one he had the excuse to talk like that.
Yeah.
I do like that they get to turn in their homework all in like in unison. Like nobody else is doing it, just them. It always cracks me up.
That's how come they're not failing. They get points for actually doing the homework.
Yeah. I feel like Randy does it and Howard gives like a supervision. They're like a
I don't think
supervision.
Howard gives any supervision. Didn't he say something like, I don't know why I keep letting you do our homework. Oh wait, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, but he's mentioned in the story. So basically, they had the idea to go and watch a movie. They were going to do it together at least. It's just like I assume they just go and Howard just
By
like
the
no.
way, what kind of school allows a group book report like that?
I know that's what I was laughing at a few seconds ago. They don't let none of the other students are doing it. Just Randy and Howard. And Randy Howard must have made a really good argument for being one person or something.
Yeah, the argument was, I'll let you do it if you stop talking.
Yeah, I'll give you a beat. Stop talking. Awful. There's like, why did I stop talking now? What about now? What about now?
All the other
This is how to see Randy rip all of his hair out of his.
Oh god, I cringed when he got it stuck in the locker. I gripped my own hair, like, ow. I do love all the pain that Brandy's getting inflicted upon him in this season. He's
He ripped his own hair out of the locker.
I
He
know.
let himself. That's horrifying. He was so sure something horrible was gonna happen. He's so sad.
He's
I feel so
super
bad for him.
paranoid. Apparently the ninja's weakness is the guts.
Oh my god. And that must be it because he gets so many blows to the head and nothing happens to him.
Well, there's nothing in there. I think
We
we
didn't
pretty
talk
much...
about the auto episode, did we? I don't know. The auto is really cool. He's got a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
He's so cute too. Oh my gosh, I want one.
Again, yet another opportunity for merchandise passing right by.
I know, just screaming past Disney's eyes, and they don't even blink. They don't turn around. Nope, they don't care.
Did anybody reproduce that, like, Ninja Long t-shirt yet?
No, I haven't seen anyone do it.
Damn, I'm gonna have to do it myself then, because that is a wardrobe necessity.
Basically, the logo with Ninja Law.
I love how poorly made it was. It's like deliberate bad design. It's perfect.
How their teeth would look if the Chris doesn't care. Gotta show a weird hip. So many chances for people to find out Randy's the ninja. Otto could have recorded something because Randy almost said he's the ninja to him, but then he at least stopped himself. Like he had the awareness.
Oh, it was so weird with the suit that was like Howard was not inside it. The bear costume. The empty.
Oh my god, that was beautiful. I like the timing, and I just walks away and looks back at them and walks.
At first, I was really confused because I thought someone else is in the costume, but I think it was just like a gag that, ooh, the costume is spooky and alive.
Yeah, I think it's like possessed.
Yeah.
Halloween thing. But it's not a weird thing, it's more of a Halloween joke.
Halloween just suit. They basically this like little like Oscar statue of the ninja containing a force of pure spookiness makes the
Pure
suit hard.
terror. Pure terror, because that's what the good guy needs in his arsenal.
His arsenal,
Pure
yeah.
terror.
What the hell?
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love everything about the show. Everything's so stupid. I like how you fight them with cuteness. Everyone was hugging. I like the flute girl was dressed as Sanako of the ring.
You gotta really start to like question how nobody's made the Randy Ninja connection. I mean, obviously this has always been the case, but
It was really
the
obvious
problem
that
is
Randy-
now that Randy like hanging out with other people and having other friends, like it just creates more scenarios where people can notice how conspicuously absent he is when the ninja shows up.
I know, he basically got them and told them that he knows how that thing works, and then they tried to stop it. They had to win anyway. And then the next
Oh
episode,
yeah, Randy's whole story basically revealed that he's the ninja.
yeah, they probably just don't think things, but I don't know, like if Doug was there, he'd notice this shit. Anyway, I mean, he told him the story, and he said, I mean, Doug didn't notice that. He told the story, it's like, the ninja died. Oh wait, he also told them how stanking works.
Well, of course the ninja died. You can't de-stank a fart.
That's true.
Shit, we better not let the sorcerer hear this one.
Or is he stanking farts left and right?
Brought down by a fart. That's how Randy will go. His death is foreshadowed on account of heaps landing in coffins.
I know, right? Oh my
He's
god.
so gangly and coffin shaped. Just begging to die.
I know, god, the situation's so bad.
And on that note, I think we've covered everything.
Yeah. We can talk about oh yeah, we already talked about the next week episode. Laser tag. Well, not
yeah,
next
laser
week, November 27th.
Gosh, that's so far from now. How are
No,
we gonna
I
survive?
actually don't know if there's anything else coming out because they haven't posted the November episodes yet,
Right.
but I kind of feel like it might just be I mean, it makes sense because they released so many episodes all at once.
Okay, well, until there is an episode. Later, Norrisville.
Later, Norrisville. Stay spooky.